Hi all, I am sorry for the delay. My niece's brand new baby and Mama's great grandbaby fell and he cracked his head in two places and he has two different brain bleeds. They've transferred him to the major children's hospital over in Richmond, which is quite a ways from us, but it's the best place for him to be. Of course, our family is grief-stricken, and I asked if you could please say a prayer for the baby and our family. We would so appreciate it. This is the video that I edited earlier. If you can please like the video, that would help us. I don't know if I'll be able to get a video out this week at all. If it wasn't bad enough, everything else happening. We're having a major snowstorm where we have a tornado threat tomorrow and really bad winds that could possibly tear roofs off, they were saying. Lovely stuff. We're just having a great time. As always, I ask if you could please be patient with us. I'm so sorry. And the world is a little bit on fire, I say. As always, keep your loved ones close, know where they're at, have an emergency plan available, stay safe, and be blessed. And hopefully I'll have a video out for you soon. And again, I'm sorry. Thank you. Hi all, today I'm showing you on Southern Woman's Lifestyle Belgium fries and garlic aioli. It's actually one of my favorite that I always used to get. The ingredients you'll need. Now I've listed everything here you're going to need. It's actually very economical to make, by the way. It's also in the description. First up, you have to clean and scrub the mussels and make sure their beards are off. And the beards are basically they're like this fibrous attachment that attaches to the rocks. These were pretty clean, but there were a few beards that I had to remove. That's okay, and I just scrubbed them off just to make sure they're completely clean. I put them in water, and it just took me a little bit of time. And anything that's cracked or broken, you don't put in there. You just put to the side. I had a small pile, very small pile. I think I had like 10 altogether out of the 4 pounds. Now next, I am going to put a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour in the water. And this is a tip I learned from Ina Garten. And you're just going to swish it around. And what happens is that the mussels will expel any sand or any sediment or anything like that out because they don't like the flour. And I had to rinse it several times. I'm just going to I'm going to let them soak for 30 minutes with the flour. And I'm going to weigh them down a little bit. Put a plate on there as well. And while I'm letting that happen, I'm just going to work on the shallots and the garlic. So I'm going to finely chop 2 shallots and 1 garlic clove. And I'm going to put it in the food processor because we all know I'm a horrible chopper. I always go on about this. I'm absolutely so horrible at it. And there's not that many ingredients. It's pretty fast. And I'm just going to put them all together. I'm going to whiz them around. And that's about it for that. Next, I'm going to make, I'm not going to make homemade aioli. I'm just going to take a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, and I'm going to, good mayonnaise, I'm using Hellmann's. And I'm just going to grate 1 garlic clove into the mayonnaise for the garlic aioli. Basically, garlic aioli is just basically garlic mayonnaise. And I just use Hellmann's. I'm just mix it around. I'm going to put it to the side. Then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator after I've mixed it together because I want to keep it cold. And now I've already rinsed it a few times, by the way. This is, I think, my 4th rinse at this point. And I'm just going to basically take them out. That's why the water doesn't look as milky. Because this is like my 4th rinse, I think. 3rd or 4th rinse. I didn't want to show you everything. It's just a lot of rinsing. Dumping of the water. And then I'm going to put it back in again. And I did for a total hour. Normally I do 30 minutes, but they kept expelling so much stuff that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it for an hour and just keep seeing what happens. And they even expelled some of their beards, which was interesting because I pulled on a couple of them and I thought I got it out, but some of them obviously didn't have, had expelled some out for me. And I'm just going to, this is the fourth one. That was the third. This is the fourth. And I'm going to show you the water, I think. So you'll see what I'm talking about. A little sand. You just don't want any sand. That's why I did it so much. It's not really that labor intensive. It's just basically you're filling up the... And again, anything that's, you know, any beard. I'm going to go close and you can see all the sand in. See all the sand in there? The beard is expelled right there. So I did it for another one after this. I said, I'm going to do it one more time. So I did it one more time. This is the final one. I'm going to soak them. And then while they're soaking, I'm going to finely chop a 1/4 cup of parsley. This is just to garnish. At the end, you'll see there's parsley on it. That's just for decoration. Because I do have, when I cook it with, this is the final one. I'm going to remove them to cook. When I do cook the mussels, I do like a little bouquet of parsley and thyme, and I have 1 bay leaf that I put in the cream and the wine that it steams the mussels in. And so now I'm taking 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to put it in the stock pot, and it's over a medium-high flame. Then I'm going to melt the butter, and then I'm going to add the shallots and garlic, and I'm just going to saute them till they're translucent. I'm not going to leave them because you don't want to burn anything. This takes a moment. And now I'm adding the finely chopped shallots and garlic. And I'm going to mix thoroughly and cooking until they're translucent. And now, after that's happened, I'm just adding a pinch of red pepper flakes, just a pinch. This gives you a little bit of a kiss of heat. Now we're adding the white wine, it's just 1 cup. And then I'm adding the bay leaf and parsley and thyme. And now I'm just adding 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to mix everything together. And now I'm going to add all the mussels, and I'm going to stir, coating the mussels in the wine and whipping cream and butter and herb mixture. This creates a dipping sauce, so you can dip bread in if you like. Some people like to have it with crusty bread. I had it with crusty bread and fries. And we're going to put the lid on and cook for 6 to 8 minutes. That's how long it takes. Anything that doesn't open, you're going to throw away, just to let you know. And we're going to take the lid off after the 8 minutes. That's how long I cooked them for. And you're going to see they've all opened. I think I only had 1 that didn't open. And we're just going to stir it around, by the way. And any mussel that doesn't open, you must discard, because that's a bad mussel. Just like the ones that are cracked or anything like that, you don't cook. You don't cook those. And any that don't open, you don't eat. And I just brought it off the stove. I put parsley on top. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. It's really economical. I use frozen fries. You know, I use mayonnaise with garlic. And these only cost $4 a pound. To help our channel grow, please like the video if you can. Subscribe and comment. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one. It doesn't cost you anything. But it does help us out tremendously. You have no idea. The AI program that's running it now is, it can be really mercurial. So if you can do these things like liking, watching, subscribing, this all helps us. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. All right, we'll see y'all next time. And as always, stay safe and be blessed. We post videos 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We always try to be on time. Sometimes we don't make it. Life happens. This is just how it is. Apparently, we're going to have a storm later on. I think on Monday we're having a storm. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Thank y'all, and you have a good day. Thank y'all for watching. We're ever so grateful you came on by to watch one of our little videos. You have no idea how much you've helped Mama and I. We're so grateful for your energy, your time, your kind comments, just everything. We're so grateful. Right now, the world is in a very precarious place. I ask that you be kind to strangers, be kind to each other. The Lord says, you don't know who you're entertaining when you entertain a stranger. You may be entertaining angels. So be nice to strangers, your neighbors. Check in on the elderly in your lives and your neighbors. And always have an emergency plan ready. Make sure you're in contact with your relatives. You know where they all are at all times. Make sure you have an emergency stash of batteries, food, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm trying to preach to myself here. I got to get ready. We got a storm coming later on this week. All right. As always, stay safe and be blessed.